Hi, I'm Thane. That's Justin. We're going to play a game of Armies of Arcana because we haven't done that in ages. So let's do it. We're doing Lizardmen versus Sylvan Elves at 5,000 points. And we haven't. He hasn't played in years, many years, and I haven't played for probably about a year. So there could be mistakes. It's all good. All right, go ahead and talk units.
All right, this is 40 skinks. They're the amphibian basic warriors. They've got one of the more expensive heroes, and they've got a water mage in there with them. Behind them is 22 pterosaur spear. They've got a big pterosaur hero with a dispel scroll in there. We got 25 pterosaur warriors. Big pterosaur hero with dispel scroll. Same thing, 25 warriors, big hero with dispel scroll. We got 4 hyrosaurs in rank and file, just 4 big gator guys. This tiny stegodon is going to be standing in for a large warhowdah with 12 skinks with bows on top of a giant war lizard.
It's a game of imagination.
That's right. He's mighty in spirit. And then this is a young dragon. Got a young dragon, and then over here I've got 2 infiltrating units of amphibian scouts. They're each has 14. They got the blowpipes.
Well, we got a thumb over the microphones. We're doing this post-production. Got a unit of archers, a unit of light chariots, a unit of 9 tree spirits, unit of 12 bows with a water mage, Orion, who has sort of Titan-esque stats, a big weapon, blast from the horn. We got some more tree spirits, a unit of archers led by a champion. I'm sorry, unit of spearmen led by a champion. Giant eagles, nature mage, feral elves led by a feral champion, and then an earth drake. All right.
Our objectives for this, give you the whole table as best I can. That forest in the center. This forest over here is one Justin has to take. That unit of spears is one I have to get from him. And of course the giant lizard and spirit. And then he has to kill Orion, that forest, and that unit of spears. All right. I guess that's everything. We are set up. We have not determined initiative. We are ready to go. And Justin won that, and he can decide whether to go first or second.
I will go first.
All right. Are you sure? Actually, in this game, remember, we moves. You can respond to what I do, and then all of our actions are simultaneous.
I will go second.
There we go. So the army just more or less moved forward. These guys are in the air. I've got to get something to mark them up there. And this all just came forward. Orion and the tree spirits did a stunt, and these guys are still just here guarding this objective forest. And that's it. It's Justin's move. Okay, so Justin has moved his army forward. He's got the big monsters holding his flank, and he did not bring in his amphibians. And next up is magic. Okay, so he put out a pond from his nature mage and with the skinks, and I just held on to my magic to get the level 2 spells next turn. And we're on to shooting. Okay, that was a completely useless shooting phase. The Earth Drake did manage to get 2 hits onto that with a near miss, and it saved both of them. And then it fired back. Both of them fired back. I did get 1 short bow hit, but he saved that. And these guys moved, and these guys are out of range. And so that's it. Oh, and there's also a camera in their face, and they're mugging. All right. No melee, so we are on to the next turn. All right, so the chariots came up to ram that vehicle. It Ooh, unfortunately, it's also going to get to ram back. So those are probably suicidal chariots, but we'll see what happens. The eagles jumped the young dragon. The earth drake moved up at half speed, so it can hopefully breathe on some of this. And then the rest of this moved up. Oh, I'm going to move these guys forward. And then these stayed put until I see what he does with his amphibians, which is actually still a concern over here. So maybe I won't move them up. They are serving a purpose. Okay. Okay, so Justin has moved up these to help with the ramming chariots, not that they need it. And then over here, everything moved up, and he brought out one unit of infiltrators. They came up after the movement phase, so they can not move, but they can shoot at a -1 penalty. And I'm sure I know where that will go. And that's it. He still has one unit in reserve, and we are on to magic. My wizards are building up to their level 3 spells. He has put a water spirit in here, which I believe activates now. And
It doesn't say, it just says melee attacks. But if we resolve it during the magic phase, we can do that.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I'll roll them right there.
All right.
3 skill 3 on the spears, of course.
1
1 hit.
strength.
0. Strength 0. Yep.
I believe I need 2s. I got a 1. Haha. Suck it, water spirit. Okay, so for missile phase, these guys managed to get 4 shots off and killed 1 of the green pterosaurs. He petrified 7 of them, though, so that was impressive. And then we also forgot that we needed to do this from the movement phase when I charged these units with missile weapons. They did inflict 1 wound on a chariot and miss the eagles because they are evasive and flying, and it's hard to hit them.
Scouts whiffed.
And these guys totally whiffed, but they are in a good position to be annoying next turn. And that is it for missiles. So we're on to melee and the 2 fights over here, one in the sky, one on the ground. Okay, so the dragon killed an eagle and did 2 wounds to another. 2 wounds came back on him. I'm counting down, he's counting up. The chariot got 1 wound onto the war lizard and did manage to kill one of these guys, but both of the light chariots evaporated. And we are to morale. So it looks like you got 18 left in that unit, so that'll be a +3, -4.
He's an 11.
Okay.
So -1 is a 10. It's good.
Yeah, great. Those guys test at a -2, no bonus.
Even though they're out of combat? And they're fearless?
They took the.
They did take a quarter wound.
They did take a quarter wounds. So, are they fearless?
They are fearless.
So they don't care.
Okay.
Not if they're out of combat.
And eagles?
Eagles, they are testing at a -2 from a 9. They need a 7. They got an 8. That is unfortunate.
Are they
And
fearless?
they are not fearless, so they're going to run. And then that's it. So we'll run and do initiative. Eagles have flown all the way over here from the dragon. They're very fast when charging or fleeing. And he has brought out these amphibians. And now we roll initiative. 4. 3. Oh, my choice. You know what? I'm going to let you move first.
Cool.
Hey, Justin has moved. Do you want to explain yourself?
Move the little guys up just back here. The front line here pretty much stayed firm. These guys scooted up. The big action was over here. Move these guys over, move these guys behind, move the dragon a little bit closer. Just to see what's going to happen. Playing, moving conservatively. That's it.
All right. My move. The big battle is engaged in the center of the table. These guys moved up, the archers. These moved up and went into skirmish just to try to reduce the worst of what can happen from them. although it does make them more vulnerable to running away. I went ahead and charged this unit with the tree spirits and Orion. Hopefully I can break that in one turn, otherwise I'm not going to have problems, but it did open up a lane of archery finally. And then these guys had the option to charge, but it would bring in the skinks. Sorry, not skinks. That's a completely fake term.
Amphibians.
Amphibians. And let's see. They're hanging out. This wizard came and joined that unit because he has a cunning plan. And we are on to magic. All right, we got another water spirit in here. And then I put guardian spirit onto them, so they got evasion 1. That'll help them a little. And then these guys wood melted across the table, and they're now back behind the lines. I thought about keeping them underground and coming up here on a next turn, but if I do that, he could reorient his guys such that he could try to counter it when I came up and just kill the unit, so that's no fun. Best to get in this position. I'm near one of his objective units, and they're annoying. All right, we are on to shooting. Oh, and then he tried twice to dispel the guardian spirit with dispel scrolls, but they did not happen. Alrighty, shooting. That dragon missed. It's Earth Drake. He took 2 wounds from the amphibians, and then nothing from these 2. These bowmen shot at the Herosaurs and did 3 wounds, so dropped 1 of them. And then we forgot to do the water spirits, so they killed 2, and then the amphibians killed 2. And that is it for shooting. These guys moved full, so they didn't shoot this turn. And we are on to melee. Orion stepped forward and absolutely impaled his hero, and then the tree spirits managed to kill 1. There was no damage in return. So he's testing it. Just dead even?
Yeah.
And he's good. And then I'll go ahead and do my morale test over here. With these eagles trying to come back on a 9, please. Yeah, they're good. And they lost 4 out of 25, so they're fine. And we'll... Oh, those guys are fearless. They don't care. Okay, that's it for that turn. On to turn 4. Initiative roll. 6. Oh, I got a hard decision now. The battle was truly joined. Dragon came down and failed to hit with his breath weapon on the way in. Hopefully that will be the end of him. Unless you're the dragon, in which case hopefully it will not be the end of him. This ran over and is now engaged with the tree spirits. These guys came around and also engaged on a flank. The second unit of Herosaurs came up and engaged here and got some assistance from these bows, scouts. And so that's 2 very, very scared units. They were turned around to face the Feral Elves over here. They turned around, I guess, to guard. What was your thinking on turning those around?
They're cool. Don't worry about it.
All right. They have a cunning plan.
Yeah.
All right. And then it's my turn to move. Okay. There's a dog looking over the table. And I left these bows sit still. Everyone's going to probably support fire into combat and hope for the best. Earth Drake came down and helped charge them. That could go either way. I can't really support anything over here except for maybe with archery, maybe. And then what else? That's about it. Oh, the eagles made their charge. That's exciting. They came back from running away from the dragon to charge the dragon, proving they do not learn. And that's it. We've got a big old scrum of mess melee happening. All right, so we got a holy armor off onto them. And so they have a 2-fix save. He tried to Strangling Thorn the hero out of that unit, but failed because he countered it with his Dispel Scroll. And actually, you need to roll attacks from here. And we'll go ahead and see what Water Spirits do.
2 hits.
2 hits.
No strength.
Need 2s. One more down. Tink. Alright, and we're out of magic phase and we're into shooting. This unit managed to kill one of the, what are they called? Croxagars. Because that is totally not a ripped off name. And they did 3 wounds and killed one and managed to only put 1 onto the tree spirits in spite of missing many of the Croxagars. And then these guys shot at the war lizard, and they got a ton of hits, 11 hits, but only 1 of them got through its armor. So, and they completely missed their own unit. So good job, sort of. Aim for the weak points next time. And they decided not to shoot anyone because they could probably only hurt more than help. Yep. All right, we're on the melee. And there was a lot. Alright, so much combat happened. We did 1 wound to him. He did 2 wounds back. So 1 eagle is down, and they're both testing because he's below half, but they didn't have anything bad happen to them. Did not kill the final Hirosar. And I took 3 dead over here, which is enough to force a test. I only killed 3 Saurus back. They are above half strength. Actually, on wounds, they may not be because of the hero dying.
25 plus 4.
29. And you've got 13 left. So yeah, you are below half on them, so they will test. Not a bad test, but they will test. Orion took a wound from this guy just jabbing him from the side. The heroes here fought each other and did not kill each other. But my elf champion is down at 1 wound, whereas he's only taken 1 wound. And then I lost 6, but that is not enough to force a morale test over here. They started off with more. They will have to test because they lost 4 under the book.
Yep.
There. Much more professional table. And then the carnage over here was terrifying. I lost 5 of the Feral Elves. I think he lost 8 of his, including a whole bunch to that fearsome Earth Drake. And we exchanged blows on our champions out of those units. So, a whole bunch of morale tests, and we'll be back to cover what ran away. Okay, so did not break here. The last Hirosar did break. He can still rally. None of this broke. None of his units broke outside of that one. And unfortunately, my unit with the wizard ran off the table. So that's it for that. And we are on to the next phase. These guys turned to face, and they all went around to charge, because a whole lot of little attacks is just as good as quality. Quantity has a quality all its own, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
These could not quite make the charge around, so they just ran to get into the woods, since this is an objective, and of course this is still a mess in here. Nothing to happen there, and I guess that's it. I've got a very little bit to move. Alright, I thought I could be clever and do some fallbacks, and both of them failed their morale, so the Drake was trying to get up into the air, but it was at a -4 penalty for its morale to make it happen with everything going on around it. And it failed. The eagle just failed because it's terrible. So they finished surrounding the dragon, probably a little too late. They expanded out. Nothing to do here but hold on and hope for the best. And same thing over there. And so we're going to go into magic. Alright, he tried to get rid of holy armor again with a scroll. It did not work. And then he is saving up his magic for something amazing. And that's all there is.
Water spirits.
Oh, well, the water spirits managed to kill one elf spearman. Alright, archery did not work out. I managed to score 2 hits on him and 4 hits on me. And I did 1 wound to him and 3 wounds to me. And then I only got 2 of these amphibians. So, we are on to melee. They did kill the young dragon. The dragon did 1 more wound to the eagle. Over here, these guys got decimated. They only did 3 wounds back to that unit. Orion is still doing handily, but he's about to be completely surrounded. They lost their hero and a few more casualties. Unless they roll 2, I'm sure they're running. And over here, the fearsome Drake did some damage to the amphibians, so they will be able to run, hopefully. But he is down to 1 wound. Alright, we will take some morale tests. In fact, let's go ahead and do it on camera, because I suspect this is going to be the end of it all. He is at -3, 4, 5. There 12 in that, or is it 11?
There's only 11 left.
Okay, so he is at -5. I believe that means he needs a 5. Oh no, he loves it. Alright, these guys are at -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And nothing from them. So -7 plus 1, -6. I believe that means they need a 2. Nope. So they are going to break and run, and that is an objective unit. And then these guys are at -4, 5, and I think they have an 8 fearless. So they needed a 3. They missed it by 2. You can take 2 more wounds. Or maybe it's 2 more models. I don't remember which it is. In any event, it's not very much left. Your guys here are at -2 plus 1.
They're 9.
You need an 8. They're good.
They're happy.
Roll to see if you're...
guys?
Yeah, they're at -2, no bonus.
So they're like they're scouts. They're an 8 for being scouts.
So they're...
Reroll it.
Up to you. Go ahead.
See what it does. Oh, they're
even
running.
more.
They're
So they're off the table for sure, because they run 8. This unit does not have to test. No. This unit lost 2. It's above half. It doesn't have to test. And I believe that's everything. So I am going to go ahead and surrender at this point, because he is going to take this forest. He is going to kill Orion, and I have not any objectives at this point. That Drake has 1 last turn. I can probably maybe get into the air now and breathe down and break that unit, but that's no guarantee. And these guys could get into the forest, so I'd get 1 victory point. But this over here is just going to be a whole lot of things attacking Orion next turn, and that will be the end of it. So, good game.
Good game.
That was fun.
It was good.
I haven't got to play 25 or 28 or whatever it is, heroic 15 scale, and God, probably a decade now. And that was awesome. It's nice seeing painted armies on the table.
Mostly painted.
Mostly painted. It's colorful.
These guys will get there.
Yeah. And that's how Army of Arcana goes. It's a shame it's not out there anymore, right? Alrighty. Thanks a lot.